Welcome back into Rounding Third Baseball, episode 292, Impromptu Trivia. I'm Nick. We have Harrison tonight. How are we doing tonight, Harrison?
Good, Nick. How we doing?
Good. So, as you guys were kind of keeping an eye on the page, we were gonna have a guest on tonight, Drew Maggi. A lot of you guys have heard of his story. 13 years in the minor leagues, coming on, making his debut with the Pirates finally. But something came up. He had to reschedule. We are hoping for sometime next week. So please keep an eye out for that. However, we told you guys we were going to go live, so here we are. It's going to be a nice, quick show. We're just going to go over some news. We have 3 or 4 things, tiny things, other than kind of the big news today. And then we'll do a little home run trivia, if you will. So I'll give you that hint. And just going to be a fun little episode. So a little impromptu Tuesday night, random for rounding third, but here we go. Let's jump into it, Harrison. Nolan Arenado traded to the Diamondbacks, and Cardinals are eating almost the entire contract as we thought. I think they are eating all but $9 million. I think I saw.
Yeah, I'm still looking for the details. I was wondering how much of that they'd have to eat.
I think they're eating something like 23 out of the 32 or something like that. I think I read that. It's insane.
That's unfortunately with that contract, and Nolan Arenado is still an effective ball player. This is not like you're trading a guy who can't play anymore. He's just not a $32 million guy anymore. And we knew they'd have to eat some of it. But yeah, they're sending the Cardinals are sending 31 of the remaining $42 million.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, so they're going to cover. So they're covering all but the last $11 million. So they're getting Arenado for effectively what, $3 or $4 million a year.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, it's he's probably that's going to be amazing value for the Diamondbacks to have that guy that you're paying so little to, because still effective, can still get things done, but not the guy they used to be.
Yeah. I love the comment you left on the trade post, because you said, never saw that one coming. It didn't seem like the D-backs were that serious about improving. Great move for them. And I answered back, I go, for me, I'm not sure if this is an improvement move or just oh crap, we need a third baseman on the cheap. And this is on the cheap. You gave up an 8th round draft pick. I can't get much cheaper than that.
Yeah, so I mean, basically the Cardinals traded Arenado and a big bag of cash for a low value draft pick. It was like, hey, can you just take this guy? Like, we're good.
Yeah. And this is a guy, Cap, and you say a vet in the clubhouse, like for sure. Yeah. Like this guy is going to be good for the Diamondbacks. I'm excited to see what he can bring to that team. But the offense isn't the part of the Diamondbacks squad that is hurting and struggling. It's the health of the pitching staff. Yes, they had a gaping hole at third base with Suarez leaving, and Vargas, their backup third baseman, was also a free agent. I don't think he's coming back. This is a great move for the Diamondbacks. So, and they gave up nothing, like we said. So, love it.
Yeah, I mean, and if I'm Chaim Bloom, I still feel okay with this, because in reality, you've got 2 more years. So Arenado's a free agent after the end of 2027. So that $11 million is spread over the last 2 years. You were going to pay Arenado no matter what. So now what you got out of this is you saved $11 million and you shipped him out and got a draft pick back. I mean, for what you're trying to accomplish, you needed to get him out of the way. Now he could go to Arizona and be a monster for the next 2 years, but it doesn't matter. He's not part of your plan. So You saved $11 million and got a draft pick. In a way, it's kind of a weird win for the Cardinals. And then for the Diamondbacks, you got a guy for $5.5 million a season who used to be really good and is still he's a plus defender and an average hitter. So not a lot of risk there.
No, none at all. So love that. On the flip side, though, Harrison, we've been talking a lot about the Red Sox. And with Arenado traded to Arizona, is Gino the Red Sox last chance to get a third baseman?
I mean, unless there's something out there in the trade market we're not aware of. I mean, your last shot to pick up a third baseman in free agency is Gino. Your last offseason move for a third baseman is Gino. Now, is there some trade out there that might happen we're not aware of? Maybe. But according to sources, the Red Sox like Gino. They're okay with making a move on Gino. They're supposed to be meeting with him. And apparently they've been checking in with him all along, so they've been kind of like keeping him on the back burner. But I do suspect we'll see Gino sign soon now that Bregman's off the market. He's kind of the last guy standing. And I do think the Red Sox are going to go after him. Now, what they're going to offer to a 35-year-old third baseman, I don't know. What Gino thinks he's worth, I also don't know. But he's it. And I honestly, you said it last show, and I tend to agree. Like for 40 plus bombs at Fenway, I can live with the strikeouts because the rest of that lineup, it makes a lot of contact.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. You've been seeking, like very verbally and loudly, you've been seeking a right-handed power bat. This is it. Now, if I'm Gino and I know that I am this team's last resort, do I push the envelope a little bit and be like, hey, you really need me? Like $22 million isn't going to do it, but 25 would for 2 years. Would Gino push the envelope there? Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think that honestly, with the way this offseason's gone, I mean, I think anything's possible.
Yeah, facts.
So I don't know what to make of Gino's market. I'm not sure what to make of what the Red Sox are trying to do. I'm not even sure what the Red Sox are going to consider offering to him. I just know that he's the last shot. And at the same time, like going into the season with Marcelo Mayer, you could do worse. But I think Gino would be a good rental because then you could put Mayer at second and a more natural position. I was in one of the Facebook groups the other day talking about this, and some guy freaked out at me because Marcelo Mayer is a joke and he's only played 80 games and he can't hit. And it's like, are you watching? Yes, he only played 80 games, but are you watching the same guy?
Right.
I mean, okay.
Yeah. Meyer's got a lot of upside. He really does.
Yes.
But, we have talked about it. Injuries are a thing. He hasn't completed a full season yet. So that is a worry. But I think you nailed it last show where Gino and Story kind of end at the same time and then the young kids take over. But for me, this is the last chance for the Red Sox to get a third baseman. Now, I did bring up the Alec Boehm stuff last week. Or what is it? 2 days ago? Sorry, Sunday. I think that is a possibility, but that depends on Bo Bichette, right? They're not going to ship out Alec Boehm if Bo Bichette ends up somewhere else, right? Because now they have a third base hole that they're trying to fill.
Yep.
So that's a kind of wait and see. If I'm the Red Sox, I'm with everybody in the chat. I hunt Gino down. I go knocking on his door and I go, hey, bud, here's $50 million in the back of my car. Come and get it for the next 2 years. It's yours.
You could do worse. I mean, you really could.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Royals announced today they're moving the fences in. Well, if we can't sign hitters, we'll just move the fence in. Done. Smart, I guess. It is a bomb to get it down the lines there in KC. They're moving it in 9. They're getting it 9 feet in, I think, at the poles, and it's still like to 347. So, I mean, 347 down the lines is still deeper than a lot of parks around the nation that isn't Coors Field, right? Coors Field, I think, is 345 down the lines or whatever. They're moving in the gaps a little bit, but center field staying at 410. This will give them more seats and more standing room around the fountains, apparently. So they gain a little bit of ticket sales. I mean, not much, 150 seats. Well, I guess that would get you another 250 grand a game at the rate tickets are. But 150 seats added, moving the fence in. Does this, and they're lowering the height of the wall to 8.5 feet. So they're lowering it 1.5 feet. Does this help KC?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, in this article I found, they kind of break down why they're doing this. When you look at the StatCast park factor, so 100 is league average. Kauffman Stadium's 101, so it's like a slightly hitter friendly. The problem is it's a 103 for singles, so slightly hitter friendly for singles, 113 for doubles, 183 for triples. So it's like off the charts friendly. It's the third most friendly ballpark in baseball for triples, but it's an 85 for home runs, tied for 26th. It's got some of the deepest dimensions in baseball. It's a huge outfield, which is great for hitting balls in the gap. And the Royals decided that it is a bit problematic to have a very homer unfriendly ballpark in today's game, and then it'll hurt their pitching staff about as much as it helps their offense. So it's probably neutral to the team, but they do feel like the way the ballpark plays is a little inconsistent with what they see across the league. So they're kind of trying to level the ballpark off to be more consistent with league average.
Gotcha.
But I mean, does it help them or hurt them? I think it's probably neutral. But it seems weird in January to decide you're going to move the fences in. It seems like that's something you would have wanted to have already thought about.
Yeah, that agree. Doesn't give you much time to complete it for sure. KC has moved their fence more than any team. I feel like it's almost every year. I mean, the Orioles do it every other year.
Yeah, I think the Orioles signed their free agent class and go, let's push them back because we're not gonna have for much power, so let's take that away. Oh, we'll move them back in because we got guys that can hit.
Yeah, and then let's put that weird like L shape in left center just for the heck of it.
Let's see if we can't kill somebody.
Yeah, Michael, more seats to be empty for 81 games.
Yeah,
I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah, I mean, I wonder, do you think they have to pass this by the league first? Like, the Red Sox one day just can't wake up and be like, no, we're going to tear down the monster, or we're going to move the monster to right field, or we're going to move our fence in 20 feet. We're going to move center field back 20. So do you think they probably have to get league permission, correct?
Yeah, I believe any alteration to the playing field and the walls around it require league approval just to make sure it's consistent with kind of rules, policy, and what's in the best interest of the game.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm late. I was watching Aroldis Chapman throw a bullpen, then thought about going to the gym. Came here instead.
Great choice.
Yeah, absolutely. Put the waterfalls at first and third. Let's get weird with it. I love it. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see that. I mean, it is, like you said, it's not really homer friendly, but do you take away some of the Royals' game by moving in the gaps a little bit?
I mean, I think you do. You certainly take away a bit of Bobby Witt's advantage, which is being able to hit a ball in the gap and run like hell. I think the rest of that team, I mean, Miguel Garcia a little bit, but you got a guy like Jack Caglianone coming up who's going to hit bombs. You might want to move it in for him. Pasquatch has lost a bunch of homers there to balls to the warning track. Bobby Witt's even lost a bunch of homers there, that end up as balls to the warning track. So there's definitely pluses and minuses. The Royals have typically preferred your line drive contact hitters because that's how the ballpark plays. And that's one of the comments that they made is that, we've tried to build the team more around, kind of our playing surface, which their playing field area is the second biggest in the majors. There's so much grass there. And they're realizing like, you can't do that forever. You can't always tailor your team to your ballpark. Like you need to be able to just go sign really good players.
That's crazy. They have the second most amount of grass when you think of Comerica and you think of Coors Field.
It just gives you a sense of how big that place really is. And we always knew it was big, but like when you actually look at the dimensions and the stats, you kind of go, man, that place is way bigger than I thought.
Yeah, I never realized it was that big until you just said it was the second.
Second largest playing field area in the majors, 115,737 feet of playing surface.
Never would have guessed that in a million years. That is crazy.
I think only Coors is bigger.
So Comerica is smaller.
I think Comerica's third.
And that place is massive.
Actually, the Tigers are 5th.
What?
So it's Rockies 1, Royals 2, D-backs 3, Cardinals 4, Tigers 5.
Michael. Oh man. Yes.
The
Hey.
smallest is Fenway Park, and it's not close.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's not close at all.
It's so the smallest are Fenway, Houston, Cincinnati, Philadelphia, and Toronto.
Yeah.
But
Red Sox and Houston makes
pretty
sense.
quickly.
Yeah. The Red Sox and Houston makes sense because their left field is 310 feet away from home plate. So that makes sense.
Yep.
But crazy. I never would have guessed second. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was big, but like you see these stats and go, holy cow, like I had no idea that ballpark was that big.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, good for them. Guess there is a reason they're moving it in. So,
Yeah, and according to the Royals, they've been talking about this for 14 years. You know, trying to figure out like we know we need to make this change. We know we need to better conform. What do we do? And they finally decided that now's the time.
yeah. Ryan said, I used to go see games there behind the dugout in college for like $6. You had to park 9 miles away. The whole complex is insanely spread out. Man.
Yeah, well, they're going to lose their neighbor and pick up a whole bunch more space.
Yeah. Curtis, there is something to say about this. You know, take pride in that instead of moving it in. I think they've tried, right? They've tried. We were just talking about it. I think they've tried to, you know, form to their ballpark, and it's just not doing anything for the Royals. So instead of changing everybody on your team, hey, let's just move the fence in and drop the wall height and see if that works. But I totally get what you're saying. Just hasn't worked for them.
Yep.
Yeah,
and they're finding that, you know, this team hits fly balls and they don't get out. They do get out other places. So
yeah. Forrest says, Baseball History Door says, do you guys know the story of the Kansas City Athletics used to have a marker on the field showing what would have been a home run at Yankee Stadium? That's incredible. I've never heard that story. That might have to be another dork segment because.
So is that like a little flag behind first base?
Pretty much.
Because that's damn near what it feels like.
Pretty much.
I mean, Fenway is small. Yeah, I mean,
it is
obviously been to Fenway a bunch, and like that, you feel like you're playing it like your high school field. It is small.
I went to a game with my wife, and there was a guy next to me talking to his girlfriend saying Fenway was one of the biggest ballparks in the league. And I turned to him like this. I didn't say anything, and I just was like, I was looking at his girlfriend, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's not even close. I'm like, it is small.
No, it's the smallest.
George Brett is muttering under his breath all season.
But George loved it because like he'd hit a little floater that would drop in because that outfield's so big, or he'd hit a ball in the gap and be able to run. I mean, there's definitely pros and cons to being the biggest ballpark.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Bobby Witt's still going to get his doubles. I mean, they're not moving it in 25 feet. They're moving it in 9.
Yeah,
right.
He's still going to get his triples. He's still going to get his doubles. It'll still be favorable for that, but they should see a few more balls that used to die at the warning track get out now.
Yeah, nice. All right, Byron Buxton joining Team USA in the WBC. I bring this up because is this A, good for the US, or B, is this the Twins being like, yeah, you know, I don't care if you go get hurt here. Just go.
I mean, I feel like he got hurt standing up to make the decision, but I don't know. I mean, Buxton proved last year that when he's healthy, he's still one of the best out there.
Yep.
And if he is healthy, this is a great addition. But man, if I'm the Twins, I'm thinking, dude, like why are we doing this? Why do you need to play more baseball? You already can't get through 162 games. Why would you add this too?
I mean, I get it, right? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity for a lot of these guys, right? I totally get it. Yeah, Buxton pulled a muscle signing with the US team, 1,000%. Is he healthy enough to play in the WBC? I mean, yeah, we actually got through a season, right? I mean, healthy for Buxton, he got through a season and performed. I think this is kind of the Twins being like, hey, if you want to go play, like, sure. Like, we're not playing for anything this year. So why not?
I mean, I just want to point out the fact that like we're celebrating the fact he got through a season. He played 126 games, which was the second most of his career. Just to level set the expectation here, he missed 25% of the season, and that was his second highest season total. So, I mean, yes, he made it through. He made it through most of the season, which is good. Triple digits. He's only played triple digit games 3 times in 11 years,
God
and one of those was
dang.
102. So, I mean, Curtis is 100% right. Is he going to play half the games? I'm only being accurate. You are absolutely correct. But I mean, so yes, he got through a season mostly, but like that is the benchmark for Byron Buxton. 126 games is considered a successful year for him.
Yeah, this is hilarious. That is all.
It's and Michael, for him that's Iron Man level. I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I think
And
it's great. If you want to go play for Team USA, go play for Team USA. But like, if I'm the Twins, I'm thinking, dude, you can't get through a season, and you
yeah.
want to add more games to it. Like, what are we doing? I think Nick froze. Oh, there he is. He's
I
back.
did. I'm back. Yeah.
I was
Let him
going to say, I'm like, I'm waiting for you there, buddy.
good. Yeah. So where did you leave off? I just
I paused, so you're good. Keep going.
okay. Yeah, let him represent the country. I'm not mad. I'm not mad either. Like I said,
No.
it's once in a lifetime opportunity to be able to do this. And it's electric baseball. This is the only taste Byron Buxton's going to get again in his career for some sort of playoff atmosphere type baseball, right? I mean, the Twins aren't going anywhere anytime soon, and it's apparent. So
No, I have to believe that your spelling of idol is intentional.
a
That's all I
thousand
can
percent.
think.
Yeah,
Is that might be one of the funniest lines I have ever read about a baseball player.
that
American
is
Idol,
incredible.
IDLE, because they don't move.
Yeah, the Carl Pavano of the Twins.
Oh my
Love
god,
it.
that's so good, Curtis.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we need someone to keep the bench warm.
Harrison was so still, I thought you both froze. Listen,
I
Facebook's been having issues today. Like our view count is way down from the usual. So Facebook's kind of probably giving us
Facebook's
a little bit of
broken. I mean, everything's technology's all broken today, but
yeah.
oh god. I was like I said something, I'm like, okay, like wait for Nick to respond so I don't interrupt him and wait. And I'm like, oh wait, I think he froze. I think we
Mhm.
lost him.
Yep. Well, that's
So
also my brain just processing. So you guys all know
well,
that here. So
that's why I've tried to give you time. Like I realized there's a little bit of a delay here. So
for sure. Yeah, watch him go off and the Twins flip the coffee table. Yeah, watch him have the best 2.5 week stretch of his career. Just hits 20 bombs, drives in 60, steals 15 bases.
and then he
The
tears
guy's
his
got
hamstring the first day back with the Twins and misses the season.
yeah. The guy's got immense talent. We all joking aside, we have seen this guy and we have been like, this guy could possibly be a 40-40 guy if he could get a full season under his belt. So
I
crazy.
think it'd be like automatic. I almost spit my drink
Yeah.
out, Ryan. Harrison turned into the color man from Major League. We all go, who? What color man? It was just Euchre. That's the point.
Yeah. Oh man.
Less is
But
more. Less is more.
absolutely.
Oh, jeez.
All right. Here we go. This is, like I said, it's going to be a nice quick show. This is the trivia segment for tonight. I'm going to give you the first initial of the last name. You have to give me the home run leader for that letter. All right. So, pretty straightforward. Who has the most career home runs with last initial A?
David Ardsma.
Really close. Matt Adams.
Oh, good one. I like it.
Yeah. So,
Luis
I mean,
Alisea.
Oh, another great one.
Yeah.
We should try to do that. That would be incredible. Try to find the player with the least, with like a certain amount of games.
You'd be going back in like the early 1900s though and finding like,
Well, we'd have to put a time constraint on it for sure. But
Johnny Appleseed who had 0.
yeah, it is Aaron. And yes, shoe size next week for sure, Ryan. All 13s. Yep. So Hank Aaron, 755. B, I mean, duh. I'm not even going to wait for chat on this one. It's
Byron Buxton.
Cody Bellinger. Rafael Belliard.
Billy Butler.
It's Rafael Belliard, and you can't tell me it's not.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. So obviously, Barry Bonds, 762. All-time home run leader, first letter, C. Paul Osemacher, great one, Curtis.
Wow. That's a blast from the past.
Yep. How about C? Some of these are layups. Some of them you have to really think about, but
yes, I mean
the first.
It's like man, you on the list.
Yeah, when we first did this, I'll never forget it. You guys rolled through these first three, and we got to D, and Sean goes, "Well, we had a good run."
yeah, we just like absolutely like crashed and burned.
Yeah, it is Miguel Cabrera, 5'11". Nice job.
And then we had some epic brain farts on some of these.
Yeah, it was good.
So bad.
All right, D. Clemente is a good guess, but not quite. He didn't really have the home run totals. I think he was like 270 something, if I remember right. But yeah, Miguel Cabrera.
Not as much, I think.
After you finish hiding Jamie Moyer, can you do Rafael Belliard? He might be our next one.
Oh man, Belliard, another guy.
Chad, good guess. It's not Adam Dunn. And Captain's right with you. It's not Adam Dunn. Everyone's guessing Dunn. Nope, not Dunn. So they got stuck too. This was where.
Yeah, we got stuck here. We were like, wait a second.
Yep. I'm going to give you guys a few more seconds here. It might click. Remember, background colors are a clue.
And
Sean Dunston.
Blue. We were flying through these until we hit this one.
Oh, have you talked to your friend Jay lately?
No, not in a little while. Probably owe him a phone call.
Okay.
He might be blue.
Gotcha.
Because I haven't called.
Yes, it is Delgado. Nice job, Chad. Yeah, Carlos Delgado, 473. It's going to be interesting.
Got it.
So he's on the Hall of Fame ballot, correct? Or he's due?
Oh, goodness.
Or is he fallen off already?
So I feel like he's fallen off on it.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, he was on the contemporary ballot. He was 3 votes short of the 12 needed for induction.
Crazy.
Because I feel like we just talked about him.
Yeah. I couldn't quite remember. But yeah, Delgado. All right. E. This is another one that's a little bit of a thinker. And I don't think you realize how many home runs this guy actually hit in his career.
I did not fully appreciate what he had done.
No.
One of those guys you're like, huh. I mean, it makes sense, but
yeah. And stay north of the border. Oh, we got it. Michael got it. Edwin Encarnacion is correct. 424 for Edwin.
Get your parrot out.
That's right. I wonder how many trips of his home runs he actually carried his parrot around. It wasn't all 424. I know that.
No, it wasn't. That came on later.
Yeah. Dewey Evans, it's a good guess. But yeah, Edwin with 424 was crazy. I never would have guessed that total. But all right. This one's a little bright. Sorry about your eyeballs and your retinas, but F. This slideshow was made before I discovered Canva. So just to give you guys a heads up here. But
these were the ghetto days.
Yeah.
But of course, back in those days, I'm not sure anybody watched, so it didn't really matter.
Well, that's also fair. Yeah.
It was just 3 guys talking baseball to ourselves.
Yep.
John Carter loved those days because it truly was just three old men punching at clouds because there was nobody else to to share it with.
No, but how about F? Yep, Jimmy Fox, absolutely correct. Curtis, nice
Gobble.
job. 534 for Jimmy
Oh.
Fox.
Cliff Floyd's not a bad one, Chad.
Yeah. G. You all right over there?
Yeah, I just thought I heard something. I was like, what is that? There's no
How
cat
about
flying in. Don't worry. At least I hope.
okay? Yeah, man, it's still
Flying
one
in
of
from the
the
top rope. One
still
of
one
our
of the
greatest
funny.
bloopers of all time was the cat that like came flying in and took
Oh
me
my
out.
god, good guess. Not Lou Gehrig, Forrest. Not Gehrig. I don't overthink this one.
Yeah, please don't overthink this one. Gehrig's a great guess, but there's one guy that's so obviously the one.
Yeah, it is Griffey capping good. 630. Yep.
Imagine how many he would have hit if not for the injuries in Cincinnati.
Yeah, I know. This one's cool. 2 players tied, same last name. So pretty. Damn it, I had that one queued up. All right, 2 players tied, same last name. Pretty cool here. So I need both players and first names for bonus points that don't exist. Don't exist.
Hernandez.
Not Hernandez. I mean,
That's
solid guess.
profiling, Mike.
Well, you only have 50 Hernandezes to choose from. So.
I know that's profiling. I'm just gonna throw a common name out there.
Yeah.
Michael's out here profiling. So is Ryan.
Yeah, it's not a Hernandez of some Cecil and Prince Fielder.
Oh man.
All right, think Phillies and Senators. Senators / Rangers, I should say.
Oh right.
That should probably give it away. At least the Phillies part does.
Hit big time tanks.
How do you have the rest of it? Yes, Howard. Yes. Ryan Howard and Frank Howard, both with 382, which was pretty cool. Same last name. I threw 500 darts at the board. Yep. So Howard is correct. All right. And this one could be a couple different colors here.
Jason Isringhausen.
Close.
Pete Incaviglia.
Brandon Inge.
Oh, I used to love Brandon Inge as a fan.
Yes. Yep.
Scrappy
absolutely.
little third baseman.
Mm-hmm.
Converted catcher, right?
I think so. He played everywhere. I think catcher,
he
second,
did. He did. He did a
third.
lot.
Yeah, he was good. Yes, Raul Ibanez is correct. 305. This one's probably a layup. Jay.
Randy Johnson. Ender NCRT.
Oh, good one. Well, John, we're here. Good. I hope we can help your evening out here. Yeah, so most home runs for Jay. Again, don't overthink this one. The first J that comes into your mind, it's probably that. Okay, yes, Inge came up with the Tigers as a catcher. For
Okay,
sure.
I thought so. I thought he was a converted catcher.
Yep. Randy Jackson. Oh my
Sorry,
god.
I put
You
Randy
guys
Johnson
got
in your mind.
well, no, and then the Idol comment. I had like American Idol in my head. But yeah, Reggie Jackson, 563. Nice job. K.
I miss the days of the old home run derby show.
I know. Yeah, John Temple keeps sending me a whole bunch of the like he sent me one last night. It was Mickey Mantle and Willie Mays going at it, and it was just like insane.
God, those are so good.
Right. Max Kepler. It's not Max Kepler.
Max Kepler all roided out. Oh, Kiner's a good one. But
Yep,
Michael's
K-Line's also a good one, but it is Killebrew, 573. Nice job, Ryan. Got it. Michael
Killebrew
got
is
it.
also Wade Boggs' nickname.
Facts. Facts. All right, L. This one was a pull for you guys. It took
Yeah.
you a hot minute for this one, so I'm interested to see what the chat can pull up here. Yeah, it's hard. This is harder than you think it is. If you haven't looked at this list before, like when we first did it, we are like, "Oh, this won't be too bad."
I have to move out of Minnesota now. Forrest, take a break. Go get yourself a sody pop out of the fridge. Put your cape on and come back.
Yeah, you'll be good. But yeah, Adam LaRoche. Nope, not quite. Great name drops.
Is it
Longoria is a good guess.
Is it Pop? Is it just asking for a friend?
Bubbly.
It's Minnesota's weird. Like the Midwest is weird. Everything's got a weird name.
Longoria is a great guess, even with the colors, John, but it's not Longoria.
That is a good guess.
This guy played for White Sox, Houston. I think he has a couple others sprinkled in there.
Yeah, at least.
Outfielder. Ray Langford, that's a great guess. No.
Yeah, so White Sox, Houston, Milwaukee, Miami, Texas. But really it was White Sox and Houston were 12 of his 14 seasons.
Yeah, I was gonna say those are where. Oh, it's Pop where Curtis is. It's always been Soda for me in New England.
Yeah, it's Soda. New England's always been Soda.
Michael, you talked to me about my brain farts, and it starts with an L, and you put Cesar Cedeno. Come on now.
I mean, but Cesar Cedeno will stab you if you don't accept that answer. So,
well, that is true. Captain, you got it. It is Carlos Lee, 358. Nice job, Carlos Lee. All right, M. Also, should not be a hard one here.
Sean and I took a minute because we were throwing a bunch of other M's out there. We were like, "Oh my god, we're dumb." We had like 3 other guesses before this, and we're like, "Who the hell is it?"
Yeah, there's a couple of them. I was just like,
"Yeah, really, guys? I need to find smarter people to hang out with."
It is not Mickey Mantle. It is Willie Mays, 660. Nice job. Yep. And that's where Harrison and Sean's brain went forest was Mantle. Right away. And then
we were all twisted up.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you guess wrong, then you're like, oh crap. Now what?
Yeah, now what do I do?
Yeah. So McGuire, also not a bad guess. Forrest, you're killing me. You're fine, buddy. No, he's like, wow, I'm going to bed. All right, N. This one's a little bit of a thinker too. You remember this one, right, Harrison?
Yeah, because I spelled his first name wrong. Well, we got roasted on one of the lineups.
Yeah, I think you just gave it away. But yeah, that's
Spell check doesn't like that spelling.
It doesn't at all.
Refuse to let it go.
Dog, it's going to be a no for me.
Dork's cape is in the wash.
Josh Naylor, not yet. He's probably not far behind this guy.
I mean, he may not be the way he's going. I mean, it is a Tuesday night. Like, not everybody's ready for baseball trivia on Tuesday night.
You're right. For sure. Think Yankees here.
One of the most commonly misspelled first names.
Yep. I think he was a third baseman, right?
Yep.
Played third. Yes, it is.
Isn't he the reason Ken Griffey Jr. hates the Yankees?
He could be. I don't know.
Wasn't it his kid was on the field when Griffey was told to get off it?
Oh, it might have been. It is Nettles. 390 for Greg Nettles. So nice.
Yeah, and spell check prefers Craig Nettles, not Greg Nettles.
Or it does go to Greeg too.
Yeah, or goes to that one.
It's brutal.
That was not fun.
Yeah. You can thank his parents for that. All right.
Yeah, I
Oh,
must hate him.
yep. You guys got that. Greg Nuttles. Good. Oh.
Bobby Orr. Oh wait,
Mm,
wrong sport.
yep.
Okay, Ryan says yes, that's correct. It was Craig Nettles' kid that made Griffey hate the Yankees.
Yep. Yes, it is Ortiz, Mike Reed. Nice job. 541. Mel Ott's a great guess. I think he's 5'11. I think that sticks out to me. I could be wrong on that. But yeah, it is Poppy. Nice job. We got that in the chat. P. Again, don't overthink this one.
High pockets O'Malley.
I don't know if the home run total's right on this one because I think we did it before he got. It is Pujols. Oh, 703. It is right. Okay. So I did
I'm pretty
check it.
sure this was after. Was this after the season? I don't remember.
I don't remember when we did this. It was a while ago. All right. Q. Now kicked
Yeah,
out
it's
of
like
the dugout. Okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
So Griffey was there with his dad, and basically was told by the Yankees that kids aren't allowed in the field. And Junior's like, but what about him? And Greg Nettles was out there playing with his kid. Now I'm saying Craig because it's stuck in my head. Greg Nettles out in the field with his kid, and they basically dismissed him and sent Griffey off the field.
Yeah.
Out of the dugout too.
Dan Quisenberry, good guess, not him. It is Carlos Quentin. And no points. You guys didn't spell it right. It's Quentin. You close. Vowels are hard. English is hard. But yes. Carlos Quentin. Good.
Nick knows.
Yeah, Carlos Quentin. I mean, that's close enough. We'll give it to you,
Carlos
Mike.
question.
Yep.
Oh, Carlos
Nice.
Quintana, yeah. The 80s Red Sox.
Yep. R.
This one should be easy.
Quisenberry was not a good guess. Sorry. Yeah, I just good guess, not him. Sorry. That's
yeah. GGNH.
Yeah, Ryan, you got it. Quentin, nice job. Yeah, Q was a tough one.
Wait till we get to X.
Yeah. I'm blaming spell check. Yeah, fair enough, Chad.
Yep.
They definitely don't like last
I
names.
blame spell check on my whole Greg Nettles issue. So
Yep.
yeah, that's not correct, Forrest.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who George Ruth is.
Yep. Yeah, it is Babe Ruth. This one was funny because you guys immediately you saw the colors. You were like Alex Rodriguez, and I was like, both of you like in stereo, and I just go no, and you both are like, what? They're like, there's no way this is good. This is an A-Rod, and I'm like, guys, and they're like, what are we missing?
What are we missing?
What are we missing? Yeah, they were so mad, and I'm like. And then when it hit you guys, oh my god!
About 10 seconds later, we both went, "Oh my god, we're so stupid."
Yeah. Oh my god.
We just immediately jumped to it.
Oh my god, so good. Yeah.
But like your mind gets on this track, and you just can't get off it.
We were trying to do it. This was before we even started letting chat kind of answer the questions.
Oh yeah.
And
there was no chat back then.
Well, facts. we were trying to just kind of rapid fire through it. So
yeah, like we were like hot stuff or something, and boy, that was ugly.
Yeah.
It's probably good that nobody listened back then because man, we're so much better now, and that's not saying much.
Also facts. All right. S.
Aaron Seeley.
At least guess a position player here.
It's just fun.
Paul Sorrento.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. I'm a Cardinals fan. Yeah, Ryan says I'm a Cardinals fan. I almost went Parker over Pujols. I'm not smart. Yes, baseball history dork. It is slamming Sammy Sosa 609. Nice, y'all guys. You guys got that one. T. Oh, double points, Chad, in category. Scott Spezio.
Oh, nice one.
Double points.
Tim Salmon.
Mike Sweeney's a good guess.
I love Mike Sweeney.
We
Taylor
should
Teagarden.
double points. We should do that. Go through the alphabet and see how many players we could name
Oh,
double
God.
letter like that.
Oh man, that'd be fun.
Don Drysdale, Edwin Encarnacion.
Oh yeah. There's quite a few.
Yeah. Trumbo's not a bad guess. Tartable, not a bad guess. It is Tommy with 612. It's not a good guess.
It's not a good guess, Nick.
All right. Well, okay. I'll stop saying that. All right. Yeah, Jim Tomey, 612. Trout will unfortunately not get there due to injuries. He's at what, 403, 408, something like that.
Yeah, you still got a ways to go.
Yep, Jim Tomey, 612. All right, you. This one was also a little bit tricky, but if you think about it, there's not many U's out there.
No.
And this guy is half of one of my favorite trivia questions ever.
Which question is that?
Him and his brother hit their 100th career home run on the same day.
That's right.
Who gets Pina? Not Euchre.
Definitely not Euchre.
You'd be surprised how many players actually start with U. So if he's got one home run, he could be the leader.
This is wildly harder than it should be. You are so right, Ryan.
Okay.
You should have watched this the first time.
Forrest, you get half points. Which Upton? Juan Uribe.
What's that name? I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, that him and his brother thing told me. Okay, so which Upton brother is it? Uncle Charlie.
Dan Ugla? No, not Ugla, but that's not a bad guess.
No. Which Upton brother? Yes, it is Justin for sure. 325. Again, another total that kind of shocked me. Like he's quietly pretty solid player for a lot of teams. John Temple.
Chat. You guys are killing us in chat.
Yeah. This is what we get on off nights right here. We just get
I know.
All right. V. And this one changed because initially I had this one wrong. I had this one at Greg Vaughn, and it is not. Someone has one more career home run total than Greg Vaughn. Michael was not solid for the Braves.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I had Greg Vaughn at 355. This guy hit 356. Not Mo Vaughn. Good guess. It is Joey Votto. Yeah, one of our podcast favorites right here. Joey Votto, 356.
Love this
nice.
Dude.
Yeah, Mike Reed got it too. Nice. Musicum, hey, welcome. Yeah, Joey Votto. There he goes. All rolling in. Joey Votto. All right, W.
Again, don't overthink this one.
Listen, I would love for it to be Jason Varitek as well, Forrest. I mean, as you can tell, it would have been sick, but don't think he had quite the distance. W.
Anybody?
It is Teddy Ballgame or Teddy Wall Game, so it fits. Yeah, Teddy Williams, 521. There is no X. However, for bonus points, can you name the only player on Baseball Reference whose last name starts with an X? Now with the integration of the Negro League stats, we actually have a player whose last name starts with X.
And good luck pronouncing it.
I already know how to. I've
Of
been,
course you do.
I've been, yeah, I've been practicing that one.
But he had 0 career home runs,
Right. So that's why there's no X.
161 career at bats.
Yep. But he's there on Baseball Reference, so let's
He is.
go. Yeah, it's Leo Vigildo Zakis is how you pronounce it.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah, yeah, love it.
Gotta love a good DMX reference.
All right, why?
Why? Because we've gotta.
Why?
Save
Xavier X.
your X on.
I mean, bonus points for using 3 X's in a name, though.
I know. Holy cow. That's gotta be a record or something.
Yep, Yaz is correct. Nice job, guys. 452. And obviously the final one, Z. And this one, you guys bounced around a couple names here. And I think they're
Yep.
close, but
Don Zimmer.
I can
Yep.
help you find a place if you turn on location.
What? You trying to go somewhere, Nick?
no, I don't. It just my watch went off. Leah
Apparently it's trying to
Vigildo
help you get out.
Zakis. All right, let's see if I can spell Leah Vigildo's Zakis, Harrison.
All right, let me get it up. All right, I got it.
All right.
Nope.
Leovil.
Nope.
No.
VI.
Oh, GIL DO
Yep.
XIQUES.
Nailed it.
Yep. Leah Vigildo Zakis. Yes, Ryan Zimmerman is the correct answer. Nice job. Zobrist, not a bad guess. Zimmerman is correct. The other name at 284, the other name that you guys kind of tossed around the first time we did this was Todd Zeal.
Oh yeah, we got stuck on Zeal. Yeah. So I'd like to point out the fact that over here in the Patreon chat, we have a comment from Penny. We've tried watching some of your first few shows. It was very painful.
yeah. Yeah. That's my mom.
Yeah.
That's my mom.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, she's not wrong though. We were terrible.
Yeah, it was not fun. So
Can I get the word origin into the sentence, please?
Yeah, right. There any alternate pronunciations, but yeah. So that's all I had for a little quick trivia fun. Like I said, like kind of a bummer that Maggie kind of fell through there at the last minute. But hopefully we're going to reschedule with him. So he seems like he wants to come on, just something came up. So hopefully next Monday or Tuesday, we'll let you guys know. Or we'll just pop on with him. So I don't throw it all out on Facebook and then nothing happens. So yeah, right. I mean, my dog is laying next to me, so hopefully she doesn't kick it. But yeah. Oh, I have the Zimmerman t-shirt. Damn.
But the sad part is no lies were told. She is right. Yeah. We were terrible.
It's so I even for like I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I went back and tried to listen because our first episode we did our all-time lineups ever. And I couldn't get through I couldn't get through it. I was like, holy smokes, these guys are terrible, whoever they are.
Who are these guys?
Oh, that's a good one, Chad. I like that.
Oh my God, that'd be so hard.
I like that. Trivia show should be minor league teams and who is their major league affiliates.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I'm only gonna do single A, so study up. But yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah, so little quick show. I know because like I said, we were supposed to have the guest on. Told everybody we're gonna go live, so Harrison and I kind of threw something together. But do you guys have anything to add real quick?
I mean, I've got one fun one that'll get chat stirred up. So,
all right, go ahead.
So David Stearns had a luncheon today for, I think it was season ticket holders and press and stuff like that. And basically kind of went through their plan for the offseason, what they think they're doing, and he said all the right things. We're still working, we're involved, we're involved in talks at all ranges of free agency in the trade market, blah blah blah. We're not trying to replace guys one for one. We're looking at the totality of the roster and what the team looks like in total, and we want to be a perennial contender. And but effectively, Stearns is saying that internally they are happy with the direction they're heading in. They feel like they're making some of the right decisions. They do want to make this team better pitching and defense. They want an offense that's more balanced, more contact. So it sounds like they're going through what's a pretty significant pivot of their direction to try to change things up. So we'll see. But I think he's saying the right things, and they've got a lot of work to do. But it also came out today that they're considered the front runner right now for Kyle Tucker. So that would make Mets fans a whole lot happier.
At $50 million a year, short-term deal.
Yeah, 3-year deal though.
I still $50 million for Kyle Tucker
is bananas. I originally thought it was 3 years, 120, and I'm like, oh, like $40 million bucks. That's basically the Bregman deal. Like, okay. But then it was like, oh no. Then they came back and it was like, oh no, 3 years, 150. I'm like, that's not right. That's
you are spending over $1 billion for 2 players. Think about that. Wrap your mind around that real quick.
You're spending over $100 million a season for those 2 guys.
That's not Shohei Ohtani that you're going to make back in a week.
No. Not only does he not bring anything else, but he doesn't bring you like a huge surge in revenue.
Yeah. All right. Why can't Tucker get a long-term deal? I
think teams are afraid to make a huge commitment right now, given the uncertainty. And I think that there's a lot of teams that just don't feel like the value is there.
And Ryan, I'm with you too, John. Brian says 50 million. What are we talking about here? That's ludicrous. John says Mets are batshit crazy. I mean, that's no secret. We've known that.
Yeah, that's not.
But
news.
$50 million a year is. I thought the Red Sox overpaid for Bregman last year at $40 million,
which they did, and that's how that's the downside to a short-term deal is you got to overpay for it. But there are apparently I'm trying to find it. There are apparently 3 deals floating around out there right now for Tucker.
Blue Jays, Yankees, Mets.
Yeah, there's a short term, a medium term, and a long term that he's evaluating. Apparently, hang on, I'm trying to see if I can't find it.
Mike, if I'm going on Kyle Tucker's previous season in Chicago, no. Right?
No.
I mean, no. His whole career, to date, maybe. I mean, he's done some nice things. His consistency is there. I was just going to say that, Captain, right? Like, his consistency is better than a lot of these guys, and I get that. But I'm with Curtis here. Tucker is a guy, a really good guy, but he's not the guy. And that's probably why the Mets are a good fit, right? Because he's still not the guy if he goes to the Mets.
No, he's not. I mean, he's very much just kind of the second fiddle.
Yeah. So that kind of makes the Mets it makes the Blue Jays good. Well, and the Yankees. Let's just put it that way, right? Either way, he's just a sidekick to Soto, to Judge, or to Vlad Jr. So no matter where he goes, if it's indeed those 3 markets, he doesn't have to be the guy.
No, and I think he's always been kind of the second fiddle. In Houston, he was always behind other guys. He was a very important guy in that lineup, but he wasn't the guy. In Chicago, he became the guy, and it didn't go as well as, you might have hoped.
Yeah.
I can't find it now, but there was 3 different offers that are supposedly on the table. It was like a 3-year, a 5-year, and a 7-year Obviously, declining AAVs as the contract gets longer, and now Kyle Tucker's got to decide what he wants to do.
Yeah. Yeah, Forrest, a little piece of me died a while back when I realized the guy I'd never heard of was making more money in one season than I'd ever seen in my entire life. And you ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Has Soto's family okayed this?
Yeah, Tucker's going to get the suite right next door.
Yeah. Yeah, they're the Temu version of the Dodgers. Still paying target prices.
The Temu version of the Dodgers. That's
yeah,
terrible.
man. I mean, as much as I would love the Red Sox to spend money, I would not want them to spend money on that. It's not a need. No, thank you. I'm all set with that. Crazy.
Yeah.
And Dodger Blue, this is kind of what we're saying, right? The rumors are that he doesn't have the personality or want to be the main guy. Reminds me of a JD Drew. That's a great comparison, especially with his time in LA.
Yeah, JD Drew drove me crazy.
Yeah, and that's a great comparison. I think you nailed it. You know, and if those are the three teams that are on the now, wouldn't surprise me if the Dodgers are on the table somewhere too. There,
the Dodgers were on the short-term side too.
Okay, so the Dodgers have been too quiet for me right now. I don't really like that they're still lurking there. It wouldn't surprise me.
Any player they sign now, though, is in the 110% penalty pool. So if you sign Bellinger to or is it Bellinger? Bellinger's also on the table. You sign Tucker to a $30 million deal, you're going to pay 110% penalty on that $30 million each year. They're in a tough spot.
It's just money.
I mean, true. So the Dodgers are apparently in on a 3 to 4 year deal with a higher AAV. They're not going to go longer than that. Mets are on a short AAV. Toronto, I believe, was the longer AAV or the longer contract, lower AAV.
But if you're Tucker, what do you take? Do you take the job security, or do you, with what you're still probably going to get, what, 35, almost 40 million a year?
Yeah. Yeah, you're still going to be in the high 30s.
Yeah.
Mid to high 30s. So yeah, I mean, it's not like it's not chump change, but 7 years at 240 versus 3 years at 150 kind of makes you go,
Yeah.
Do I take my chances again?
Right.
And it also depends, like, does it the team with a 7-year offer, do you want to be there? Like, is that a place you want to be for 7 years?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know. Crazy. I got nothing else on that. That's crazy money. I don't. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's not $50 million a year. That is wild. No. Yeah, and then won't sign Pete Alonso for half that. I mean,
right. Right.
That's a great point, Ryan. Crazy. Do the Dodgers paid the penalty already, right? It was like due at the end of the year, right?
Yeah, for last year's payroll.
Yep. Yeah, they pay it in the off season.
Yeah, it's due like a month after the season ends.
Yep.
Kyle Tucker's great grandkids will cash those checks.
Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Topper said, are we gonna have a season at all in 27?
I mean, no. I mean, I'm prepared for there to be no baseball.
I think
the issues are too big, and both sides have kind of pointed the fact they're willing to die on that hill.
Yeah, I think at the least, we'll have a COVID season. Would that be at the most, at the least?
Yeah, well, no, it's at the most. Yeah, I think the most games we'll see played will be something closer to that. Yes.
Yeah, I just I don't see this being a work stoppage in, what was it, 23, 22? I don't remember. Where it was just like delayed a month, right?
Yeah.
I think this one is going to be. I don't think things start to really move until mid to late April, right? They're already going to have to lose 2 or 3 weeks of the season for sides to finally start giving, right? Hey, the Players Association is like, my players aren't getting paid. We need to get them back out on the field. What's it going to take?
Yeah, I think they're going to go in with a full head of steam, and they're going to be willing to fight this fight. And then at some point, they'll look around and go, "Okay, none of us are making any money right now. Like, how do we get this? How do we move this along?"
Yeah.
I'd like to believe at some point they're going to realize that it's a suicide mission for both sides, but at the same time, they're also dug in. I don't know.
Yeah. Kind of staying with that, Toppers. Harrison and I don't really want a cap. We want the luxury tax penalty like there is now, but we need a salary floor, right? We need those lower market teams to spend. We need the Pirates to spend. We need the A's to spend. We need you name it, the Marlins to spend, right? You got to get those lower market teams in a place where they can spend. Rockies, right? You got to get them in a spot where they can spend. So I would like to see a floor, but with a harsher penalty. I think the deferments come into it. We've talked about that where, Shohei's cap hit or luxury tax hit was what, 46 million out of the 70? Like it wasn't the full 70.
Yeah, the present value of that is like $46 million is what it counts against the cap.
Yeah, so
or the tax.
That's crazy to me. I don't care when you pay your guys. You can Bobby Bonilla, everybody on your roster. I don't care. But when they are on the field playing for you, it needs to go against the threshold. So if you have Shohei Ohtani for 10 years, 700 million, every year, 70 million should count towards the cap. Not 46. How does half of his annual value only count? I don't get that.
Yeah, that was the deferral loophole they missed.
Right. So that's gonna get closed, right? It has to.
Well, and I think the purpose of that was to give some teams some relief if they did that, but I think they didn't realize the ramifications of it, where teams are just going to defer massive amounts of salary and drop below the tax. But in terms of tax, here's a great example of where the Dodgers are. When they signed Edwin Diaz to a $21.1 million AAV contract, that's actually going to cost LA $44.3 million per year in penalties. So total cost 21.1 plus, basically 23.2, it gets to the 44.3 that each year is going to cost of Edwin Diaz. If they sign Kyle Tucker to a $40 million AAV, it's going to cost them $84 million a year. They're going to pay 40. They're going to pay him $40 million and pay MLB $44 million because they're now in the repeat offender category. I mean, and that's why, like, I don't think baseball needs a salary cap, and we've talked about it, and like you just brought up, I just want to make the luxury tax more aggressive. You want to go spend $700 million a year, go for it, but you're going to write a massive check to all your competitors, and that's just going to help float more salaries up. Great, let's do it.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know. I don't know which side gives first, and then you're going to have owners that sit there at the table and are like, this is great and all, but I don't have the cash flow to spend to the floor, right? I don't have the revenue to get there. Like, I'm in a market that doesn't allow me to get there to spend every year. And maybe it has to be a gradual increase, but like you said, if you make the penalties harsher on the other end, that money should go back into the league where, it can help these owners possibly get up to the floor, which was essentially what this was supposed to do, instead of the owners just pocketing it, right?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't it supposed to go back into the league?
Yeah, so it goes back in the league and becomes part of the revenue share. So, that money ultimately ends up back with most of the teams based on the revenue share calculation. So you're really kind of like funding your competitors.
Well, that's if those competitors choose to turn around and spend it on the team and not put it in their pockets.
Exactly. I think there's some teams that are just like, oh, cool, more money. We'll just put it in this left pocket where nobody sees it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my Christmas bonus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I've been an extra good boy this year. I'm gonna give myself a little Christmas bonus.
Yeah. Crazy.
But that's also why there's revenue share rules where you've got to spend at a certain threshold, blah blah blah, which is why the A's almost got in trouble, which is why the Pirates are about to get in trouble.
Yeah. See, Ryan, I think the big markets honestly want to keep the luxury tax. Right? I don't see the Dodgers wanting a hard cap. Now I get across the other sports like they have one, right? But baseball's so unique in that aspect. I don't know if the Dodgers, for instance, the Yankees, the Red Sox, I don't know if they're going to want a hard cap because you're going to be forced, and those penalties are going to be extreme if you blow over those. Like you're losing draft picks, you're losing a whole bunch of stuff, paying heavy fines. The luxury tax at least stays in the league. So I think teams are going to want to keep the luxury tax threshold instead of a hard cap. And it keeps the players happy, keeps agents happy. I don't know. It's good. I don't know. It's so messy. It could go so many different ways. I don't know which way it's going to go.
Yeah, we're in a weird spot. It really is like 29 teams against one. I shouldn't say it's probably more like 25 teams against one with like 3 or 4 that don't care. Like the Red Sox and Cubs and are kind of like, we're doing okay. We're fine. We're not going to, Yankees are not really going to pick this fight because we're like collateral damage in it.
Yeah.
But really it is. It's a big chunk of the league against the Dodgers.
Yeah. And Michael, this is what we're talking about, right? They need to be forced to spend it on their own team. It can't go in their pockets. Agree.
Yeah, they have to change the rule where any of that money that comes through via the luxury tax has to be allocated to payroll.
Yep.
Has to.
Yeah. Yeah, Curtis, I don't want the salary cap. I want cheap or destitute owners to sell to richer guys. And
but it doesn't solve the problem though. No. if you buy the San Diego Padres, you're never going to have the revenue of the Chicago Cubs or the Red Sox or the Yankees or the Dodgers. Doesn't matter what you do. You're never going to match them because you're in such a small market.
Yep. And Ryan agrees the floor is the most important part and it would be better for baseball as a whole. And we agree with you.
Yeah, I think the floor is the way you make the luxury tax a little stronger and you bring a floor in place and everybody wins.
Yep. Dodger Blue asks, do we know if Boston is actually still doing okay after the Bregman news? They really melted down hard. Now, Harrison and I, it's no secret, we are Red Sox fans, right? But we aren't your typical Red Sox fans. We didn't necessarily melt down after the Bregman news personally because we thought it was too much. It was too high of an ask. We're all set with that. Now, the thing I do melt down about the Red Sox about is the front office management. Like, I mean, we don't know what they're doing because I don't think they know what they're doing. So as fans, we're just like, what's actually going on there? What are you guys trying to do? Are you trying to make this team better? Are you a big market team? Are you what are you? What are you? We don't know. So that's the part I kind of, to use your words, melt down on. It's not necessarily the Bregman deal specifically, but it's the front office.
Yeah, I don't. Losing Bregman is not heartbreaking. The team was just fine for the period that he was out. They'll be just fine without him. It's more so, to Nick's point, it's just the overall plan. Like we came to the offseason, we were making some trades, cool, and then all of a sudden, like on the free agent front, we just can't get anything done. And I do think this is a risk-averse front office. I do think this is a front office that kind of sets a target and will not budge. They're not going to negotiate against themselves. Great, but at the end of the day, like you don't have anything to show for it. Now, the trades they've made, I think, are good. Sonny Gray is a good trade. Contreras is a good trade. Like I think they've made the team's not worse. You've definitely improved some areas, but they need to not be done. They need to keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, want a third baseman not on loan? Better call Johan. We don't want Moncada back. We're all set
No,
with
we're all
Johan
set. We're
Moncada.
good.
Well,
and like Ryan, I don't think Bichette's a fit for the Red Sox either. Like, where do you put him? I mean, he could play second base for you. He kind of blocks Christian Campbell's path to the major leagues. He's not really a third baseman. I'd rather see them go get Suarez for a couple years, and then Suarez and Story both finish off their contracts the same time. Then you turn the infield over to the kids.
Yeah. Chad, we're with you. The Sox are a higher revenue generating team regardless of success. Ownership has made it clear they care about the bottom line over rings. As long as a dollar comes in, they won't pivot. And we have been saying that since Fenway Sports Group started buying everything up, right? F1, soccer, NHL, trying to get into the NBA, the PGA Tour. They are using the Red Sox as an ATM. They make money on the Red Sox every year. They don't need to put any money back into it because the Red Sox name makes them money. I mean, it's in their sports group name, Fenway Sports Group. Like that screams Red Sox, right? So they don't even have to do anything to that team, and it's just an ATM. Oh, we need to go buy, FIFA. Let's just go buy FIFA. Okay, we'll just take it out of the Red Sox. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna buy the PGA. We're gonna buy the Pittsburgh Penguins, which they're now selling. We're gonna get into racing. Fenway Roush Racing was a thing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna buy a soccer club. Like, and I get it. Like I have no issue with the fact that they're building a sports holding company, sports empire. Great.
Yeah.
Just don't forget about the, kind of the most important piece of that portfolio is the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
But, at the same time, they can point to the fact the Red Sox 2025 payroll was 249 million, which was the highest in franchise history. They can point to the fact that they're already at 250 for this year before they make any other moves. So they're going to say, well, we're spending. It's like, you are, but you're not spending at the rate that you could be, because that at 250, you're only the ninth highest payroll, but you're like you're in the top 4 in revenue. It's like you could spend more, but they're also already into the luxury tax, and they're a second time payer, which is a 30% penalty. So, they're going to start to rack up more charges there, which they don't want to spend. So it is challenging to really run a budget as a large market team. You've got to just be prepared for what it's going to cost.
Yeah. Ryan, I get it. The fan base is screaming about getting Bichette. That's all I'm getting at. And listen, there are some very, very educated Red Sox fans, and there are some very, very uneducated Red Sox fans. And unfortunately, those ones are the loudest, and those are the ones you see, right? I mean, am I going to hate if Bo Bichette signs in Boston? No, I'm sure we'll find a spot for him, but he's not the need. To Harrison's point, he's not the need. And I can take my homer hat off for a second and be like, Red Sox will be okay.
Yep.
Right? Like we don't need that. And unfortunately, the uneducated ones are the loudest, and it just sucks.
And a lot of those Red Sox fans they just want to see something happen, and they're just going to jump to the next one. Like, well, we should go sign Kyle Tucker. It's like, I've heard so many people lately, Red Sox fans, saying they should sign Kyle Tucker and put him where?
We're already looking to try to get rid of Duran. Right. We're trying to get rid of Duran. So like third base. Let's just put him at third.
We've got a pile of outfielders. We don't need another one. There are many Red Sox fans that they just want to sign the best guy on the board, whoever it is. They don't care.
And Chad, we've also talked about this quite a bit. To be fair, outside of Manny, what big free agent deal has paid off for the Red Sox? And re-signing a guy already doesn't count. Well, let me count. Carl Crawford, Pablo Sandoval, Chris Sales re-signing didn't really pan out.
David
Price. I mean, although you could argue he was the 2018 MVP, although Steve Pearce kind of stole it from him. But yes, the Red Sox have been burnt in the last 10, 15 years on free agent signings and
Every
toasted.
every time they sign somebody to a long-term large deal, it has bitten them.
Yeah. I heard. Oh, go ahead.
Well, and we're looking at Crochet right now going, okay, like when does this end? Like when do you go down with arm injuries?
Yeah. I heard Ken Rosenthal today talking, and he hit the nail on the head. The original sin, he called it, which I thought was awesome, right? I mean, it's Ken Rosenthal. Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts, homegrown MVP, perennial MVP talent. You didn't find a way to keep him in Boston. That was the Red Sox front office major mistake. This is a cornerstone, generational guy you could have built your franchise around for years, another decade and a half, possibly. And you chose not to. Curtis playing a tiny violin. I get it. Like Yankees fan. I get it, buddy. But Mookie Betts was where we started going downhill rapidly.
You did
with no direction, I should say.
But in the Red Sox defense, Mookie's been a significantly less player in LA than he was in Boston. And the Red Sox saw they saw what was happening with him and said, well, maybe he's not the long-term solution. And maybe we don't want to give him $360 million. And Mookie's been a lesser player in LA. And some of that's been injuries, some of that's been inconsistency, some of that's been position swapping. But he's been a lesser player.
So you tie your wagon to Devers? Which
we said at the time was the wrong guy.
Overreaction right there is tying your wagon to Devers. That's all that was.
Well, your choice was Xander or Devers, and we knew it wasn't going to be Xander, so you were kind of stuck with Devers. And Devers lasted a year and a half before that became a real problem. They just, I mean, bad. Of the three guys, Mookie was the guy Mookie was the guy, period. But I think
ends the story.
But I think when you look back on it, Mookie will end up being a lesser player in LA than he was in Boston.
I said the same thing about Babe Ruth. How did that fan out? Yeah. I don't know. I've said it before. It's like, I think the Mookie Betts one to me is worse than Babe Ruth, honestly. Like, Babe Ruth happened so long ago, and I get it. People probably gonna get on me for that. But how you did not find a way to keep Mookie Betts there is beyond me. Like, even though the Yankees let Aaron Judge shop around at free agency, we knew he wasn't going anywhere else. Arson Judge maybe, but not Aaron Judge. Right? We knew he was going back to the Bronx. There was no way he was signing with anyone else.
Yeah, no shot.
Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah. All right. Anything else in the chat here you guys want to bring up? Because I got nothing else really. No other. And another great point, Chad. Refusal to pay Mookie could also be causing free agents to think twice about Boston. They know they won't get paid a long-term deal. I think there's that. I think they're kind of out of touch with the front office is out of touch with the market, as we kind of saw with Bregman, right? It's kind of an example. Guys of that caliber have no trade clauses in their contract. Almost everybody across the league that is a top tier talent have no trade clauses. I get he's on the opposite side of the prime, right? I totally understand that. But like, he's earned that no trade clause, right? He's earned that ability to go be like, hey, like, I'm ready to settle down and finish out my career. I would like the respect to not get traded. He's earned that.
Mm-hmm.
So for the Red Sox to not see that or sense that, and like you said, just kind of be stuck in their ways and like not budge, shows other players around the league that I'm not even going to go and try to negotiate with them because I can't negotiate with them. I'd be better off negotiating with a brick wall because that's what the Red Sox are.
Yeah, I think the Red Sox front office is trying to operate in a risk averse, let's not do anything stupid, responsible manner. Which, from the business side of baseball makes a lot of sense. Do you want to give a 32-year-old Alex Bregman $35 million a year for 5 more years and a no trade clause? No, you don't. You absolutely don't want to do that. That's terrible. But if you want the player to make your team better, that's the cost.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to pay the freight or not?
Right.
And I think the one thing that has changed with this front office is they've taken the disciplined approach to say, this is what we view as important, and we're not going to budge.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to have a player that pushes us outside of this little box that we live in. We've got certain things we just won't do. It fits inside this box, we're good. If it's outside of that box, we're out.
And
that's the difference, because the Red Sox previous would be like, okay, like, let's figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah, and I can totally respect that, right? They have gotten burnt, toasted, I mean, lambasted with these free agent contracts. However, they've gotten out from underneath every single one without paying a lot. You got rid of Carl Crawford in that deal. You sent Adrian Gonzalez with him. So, I mean, yeah, that hurts, but you got out from underneath it. David Price got out from underneath it. Pablo Sandoval.
Yes.
Shipped it away.
But back to that point, how did you get out of the David Price contract?
You had to send.
You sacrificed Mookie.
Well, I mean, that's fair. That's a fair point. But my point is they still did it.
They did. Yes, they did.
Right?
But in order to clean up that mess, they also cost themselves, pretty significantly, because at the end of the day, you've got nothing to show for the Mookie trade.
You got Connor Wong still. No, come on now.
Yeah, you got Jeter Downs. Who?
No, you don't. He's gone.
Yeah, you got Alex Verdugo. Who? Where is he now? He's sitting on a couch somewhere. I mean,
crazy.
You got Connor Wong, who's your backup catcher. Like, woo! But it's because in order to dump that payroll, you had to take a lesser return. And we talked about this at the trade deadline last year. Like, depending on how much of that contract you take, depends on the return you get. With a lot of these guys, like that, look at the Arenado deal. The Cardinals didn't get jack because they just had to get rid. They said to move it.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair. So, I mean, Brian, that's the other point. I know Harrison made it on Sunday, right? Like, okay, if you're asking your top dollar is 175, like Bregman was saying, and you want a no trade clause, okay, then it's 165. We're going to give you for the 5 years.
There's a cost to that.
Right?
You want a full no trade clause? There's a cost to that.
Yeah. So we're with you there. But
yeah, I mean, I agree with you. These kind of elite veterans do get no trade clauses, but there's also some give and take there.
Yeah, absolutely. So Jeter got sent downs and Connor Big Wong. Love it. Guys, crazy.
Guys are terrible.
All right. So a little impromptu show tonight. Ernie Clement's confirmed to WBC.
Yeah, I just saw that he joined Team USA.
That's cool. Yeah.
A guy that most of the world had no idea who he was until last year.
Postseason, man. He was electric. Loved it.
Monster.
Loved it.
One hit away. Just didn't need Pajes to friggin' truck Kike as a hero.
Right? Crazy. All right. I got nothing else. You got nothing else. Nice quick show. Yeah. So again,
quick show 90 minutes later.
Yeah, true, right? So yeah, just like I said, hopefully next week we can hook up with Drew Maggi. Is really looking forward to that when he said he could come on and then something came up. So I would love to hear his story. His story is unreal. So it'd be really cool if we can actually make it work. So keep an eye out for that. We might just pop up live with him one time if we can get it worked out. So we do have Family Feud with Nostalgic Baseball Geezer, Justin Rinaldi on Thursday. It's going to be incredible. Rounding third merch on the line for the winner. So make sure you come by Thursday. Until then, have a good day tomorrow, and we'll see you in a couple nights, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for dropping in on a Tuesday night. We'll see you.